Everyone. Good afternoon. Trying to get some good lighting so you guys can see me pretty well without it being too bright. Happy Wednesday. It's so good to be back here on live with you guys. I know it's been a few weeks. So many things have been going on, but I have some good news for you guys that we'll talk about towards the end of this live. For my YouTube fam, if you don't follow me on Instagram already, you probably already know. Even if you do, there's a little special treat that I want to give to all of my supporters to be able to help you so that you can get to be able to see your hair flourish. So as you can see from the title of this live, we're going to be talking about volume and definition. I know I did a few live streams talking about my favorite products, whether it came to shampoo, deep conditioner, all of that. Hey, Ron, how are you? Welcome, everybody who is joining in. Thank you guys for coming through. So, yes, we're going to be talking about volume and definition, which is something that I feel a lot of people like to achieve, but have trouble getting down to. So, there's a few things that you have to pay attention to when trying to achieve either one of these type of finishes or results to your hair. Biggest thing, have realistic expectations because I feel when you're going through your natural hair journey, you get into this place of comparison. I think a lot of us, YouTube is such a great tool to be able to find different ways to be able to achieve something. But we just get into that rut of like, I want my hair to look like that, or I want it to be like this. And it can be frustrating. It can cause more, disappointment. But when you have that measure of expectation of what you want to achieve, then you'll be able to grow to love your hair, because that's important. You want to love your hair how it is. So I kind of wanted to show you guys even my hair. Oh, good. The lighting is showing. So I have a little bit of both. I have volume and definition going on. You can see my little curlies here. They're shining through. Don't worry, I will be showing you how I got my hair like this. I'm working on editing some tutorials for you guys. This is basically a braid out, which is pretty big for me because I've never gone down that route. So yes, Teresa, I am all about that volume life too. So anybody who is joining in, please don't be shy. Let me know in the comments what you guys like more. Do you like volume? Do you like definition? Do you like both? Do you have trouble at all achieving this? Even people on the replay, let me know in the comments too, to be able to let me know so we can talk about it. So basically, to achieve any one of these results, you want to classify two things. You want to know your hair's porosity in relation to the type of products that you're going to use to achieve those results. That's important, because if you're using something that's too heavy for your hair's porosity, it's not going to achieve that volume. You may get that definition, but you may not get that volume that you're looking for. If you use something that's too light, your hair may come out more frizzy. It may not come out as defined as you want it to be. So they do work together. That is important. And also your density, so that you also know what type of styling result is going to work for you. Because again, you may want that volume, but you may not be able to get it to someone else's extent. You can get volume, but it may not be to the extent that you may look at someone else's hair and want. Case in point, when it comes to me and my sister, if you guys know, Naturally Graceful, she's also here on YouTube. We both are sisters, blood, but we have two different hair types. So my density is different than her density. Now she has dense hair. Her hair is thick, but she has finer strands. So when she wants to achieve big hair, it may not sit the way that she wants it to, because the density is different. The strands are different. So there's a big difference between the two. So you want to be able to classify that. And again, realistic expectations. That is super, super important. So now, when using also tools, I did not bring my pick with me. That wasn't smart. But if you own a pick, that's definitely going to be your best friend. And your hands. Your hands, they're free. They're attached to your body. So when it comes to achieving volume, especially for me, I should have also been able to, let me get my pick real quick so I can demonstrate for you guys to see how you can get that volume, because I'll show you even this side is more voluminous than that side. We're going to try and get it to the same pace. So let me get my pick real quick. Okay, so this bad boy right here. And I like using the plastic one. The metal one, you are going to have some scabs and all of that. It can get real dangerous. So this is your safe bet. And also you won't have as much breakage because that metal can, be going at your hair a little too much. So just to demonstrate as far as using tools to get that type of volume. So we want this side to get a little bit more height. So I like to lift up my hair, get the pick in there and lift up. Also another pro tip, add some oil to your pick. A friend of mine, actually Nature's Little Secret, the owner, she was telling me about it, how to add oil to your pick. And I'm like, I never thought about that. And it's true, because when you are picking your hair and it's dry, you want to have some moisture to go on here. So the friction that's happening, it's, a little bit easier to pull that pick through your scalp. So add a little bit of oil onto your pick. I like to lift up my hair, pull, and pick out. So you want to pick, outwards. Also, sometimes I'll even grab some of my hair and I will pull like this. Now you want to be gentle, guys, because breakage is a real thing and you don't want that. So don't be going at your hair too much. I like to just hold a little bit and pull out, hold, pull out, hold, pull out. I used to just do my scalp, but you can see, look at that, the height. Now this one's battling with this side. So I'm going to do the same thing here. And then that way you don't want to disrupt the definition that's happening on your ends. And we're going to talk about how I get these ringlets on the ends of my curls when I take my styles out. So I just use the pick and pull out. And you can see that my hair is a lot more voluminous from when we started off here. And then hands. So I always like to pull out, zhuzh, shake it around. Shrinkage happens. So carrying your pick around with you is a good thing, so that, I'm that crazy one in public who will probably take my pick out and start picking my hair. Don't do it around food. But if you got to go in the, the ladies' room, not these days, but, wherever you are, you can use your pick, keep it with you, and just a good old zhuzh and pull out will definitely give you that volume. And just look at that. Like, that is life. I live for volume, guys. I hope you are team volume too. So that's a good way to use it, using a tool in your hands. Now we're going to talk about as far as, let's see here. For styles, usually in achieving, and I have a few videos on my channel when I do twist outs on old hair. So old hair, obviously, as it gets old, you have the new growth coming in. It's getting a little fuzzy in the roots. It doesn't have as much product on it. It just, the hair is getting old. So it's actually in a great place to achieve that super volume that you want. So if you extend your wash day, because usually I wash my hair every 10 to 14 days. So once I get to like that week period, usually around 7 or 8 days, I retwist my hair. So whatever products are in my hair beforehand, I have a little bit of that left, but I won't add too much product onto my hair as I'm retwisting it. Obviously, you want to stay away from using super heavy products, super heavy oils, because again, that's going to defeat the purpose and weigh your hair down. While also you want to make sure you have some moisture in your hair because it is older and you want to be able to have that moisture. It's also a lot more exposed when you're doing more of a voluminous style. It's a bigger twist. So you do want to make sure you have moisture in there. So using a lighter product to absorb into your hair, working on old hair will definitely give you that volume, and also in bigger sections. So you want to not do like, medium-sized twists. You want to do some chunky twists. Like, for instance, for my hair, I'll probably do maybe 5 twists on each side and then just unravel it and keep it going. Now, when you're doing the unraveling aspect, when you want to achieve definition, you definitely want to make sure you take your time. You want to twirl the curl around your finger so you can get that curl effect. And especially when you are doing chunky twist, if you want to have a mix of both with definition and volume, when you're doing those chunky twists, make sure you're using a fine tooth comb towards your ends and combing it down, getting like a butter. I would say most of your moisture you want to keep on your ends. Getting a butter or something and twirling it. And then when you unravel it, you'll have this effect where you see the curls coming out. And that's how I'm able to get that with my hair. Now this hair right now is, I think it's gonna be 2 weeks. 2 weeks tomorrow. My hair is 2 weeks old. Now I rebraided my hair in between that. But I'm able to get like this volume the way I want it to look like this because I worked on old hair. Now I usually like this like my hair a little bit bigger. It can get bigger than this. I did smaller braids, but you can still again achieve that volume as your hair gets old. So that's something to keep in mind. Knowing your porosity so that you know the type of products to use, whether it be heavy or light. When you want to achieve more volume, you are going to use more lighter products, but that has moisturizing ingredients in it. Also, knowing your density will be able to help you to have a realistic expectation of how your hair will come out, and using certain tools to assist you so that you can get that volume into your hair. So I'm just going to look at your guys' comments real quick. Hi there, Stephanie here. Big hair is life. Yes, girl. Hello, Stephanie. Thank you so much for coming. You are on Team Volume. Yes, girl. Hi, Susan. Thank you so much for coming. How are you doing? And Kim Garcia, you and your hair are beautiful. I'd love to see a video on maintaining definition. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now, because literally yesterday, guys, I looked at all of my products, all of them, and there are lots of them. I went on a no-buy for 2020. I did pretty good. I only rebought products if I really needed it. But I literally have my wash day lineup. I'll show it to you guys right here if you can see it. Not so much with the lighting. But anyway, I have my wash day lineup from this coming tomorrow to November 12th. So I literally mapped out what I'm going to use and everything. So I'm going to make sure, Kim, that I'm going to put on here as a video to show how I maintain definition, because that is important. And let's talk about that for a little bit. When it comes to maintaining definition, there's a lot of things to take into consideration. Being that we're inside the house now, and most of us should be at least, and not being exposed to the air that can, kind of alter your definition. Maintaining definition should be a lot easier. It's hot and it's humid, that obviously gets to, your hair strands, and it just expands that curl and causes lots of frizz. Now, maintaining definition at night, like for me, for instance, thankfully I have this next to me, my satin scrunchies, those are my best friends. So I literally, after a style, depending on your hair, how you like to, keep it protected at night, I always use a satin bonnet. That's a huge thing for maintaining definition, maintaining any style, maintaining moisture. Use a satin bonnet, satin scarf, whatever works for you, satin pillowcase. I put my hair into 2 big ponytails, and that's it, and put these around my hair, and only once. Now that keeps all that definition kind of cramped together in that ponytail. I put the bonnet on, and then I'm good. And when I wake up, like I did today, I just took my hair out, shook it, and just pulled it out, and did the method that I showed you guys a little bit earlier with a pick, pulling out. And that's how I was able to get this. So, protecting your hair at night is definitely going to help with maintaining definition. The type of products that you use too is going to help you to maintain the definition. Some people, if you have thicker, coarser hair, you might need to use some type of a gel to kind of be able to lock in that definition so it can last throughout the week. Whether it be a flaxseed based gel, because that has a little bit less flaking effect. You can use Eco Styler gel. That's what I use in my mom's hair. If you guys watched that previous video that I just uploaded, I'll make sure to link that in the description too after this live. Using Eco Styler gel is great. Obviously, you don't want to use too much because you don't want it to be crunchy, but you want something to hold. So for definition to stay, it depends on products that you use too. Um, or you might want to use a cream that's really great for definition. Um, what else can help with definition? Yeah, I think that's in the certain styles that you do, obviously. Twist outs, braid outs, wash and go. I am a wash and no. Y'all already know. Let me know in the comments, guys. Are you twist outs? Are you wash and goes? Are you braid outs? Um, yeah, I'm very biased. I'm a huge twist out individual, and that also is because of I feel with my porosity and my texture, I feel that twist is able to maintain moisture a lot better for me than a wash and go. The knots are real. That's a whole nother topic. But with attaining definition, that is definitely important, the type of products that you use too. So I hope that that kind of gave you a little preview, Kim, as far as definition is concerned. What you can do to maintain that is how you prep your hair prior to and how you protect it at night. I know a lot of people too say they work out and sometimes their hair sweats out. Also keeping your styles in longer. So if you do like twist outs or braids, making sure your hair is dry. You never want to take your hair out when it's not dry. That's just going to ruin it. And leaving it in maybe an extra day. I know twists aren't the most professional if you have to do it for work purposes. If that's the case and I need to leave my hair in longer, I make sure I twist it in a style that maybe I can do an updo, or just kind of push my hair back. I feel like I talked about that in one of my videos too. I'm going to make notes to link the videos to this live so that you guys can kind of see an idea of what I was talking about as well. Let's put that on here. Okay, so now we're going to get into some more details. I wrote some notes down, if I can find it. Okay, so we talked about doing styles on older hair to give volume, doing bigger sections. And so, yeah, the same when it comes to porosity. You want to see how your hair absorbs moisture. It'll determine whether you use light or heavy products. And then also, you don't want that droopy effect. Sometimes I do the LCO method or the LOC method. And sometimes, depending on what you want to achieve, you may not, add the oil, or you may only add the oil to the ends, because you don't want a super oily like style to come out of it. So definitely making sure how you egg on your products is important too. I like both, but more of a twist out kind of girl. Yes, I feel you, Stephanie. I am a twist out girl. I mean, I tried my wash and goes, guys. Y'all saw it. I tried it on my YouTube, and I didn't care for it. The shrinkage is unbelievable, and I can't. I love big hair. I like to be able to get my hands through my hair. I feel like I can achieve even a wash and go style, like a look-alike, without having to do an actual wash and go. Like, I can say that this kind of looks like my wash and go because I have the super defined ends. I have the voluminous roots, and that's pretty much how my hair would be if I did a wash and go. So there's levels to it where I can kind of give you guys the look of it without having to do it. So it's a little bit different. Now, when it comes to definition, I'm going to link that video too. When I did my mini twist, if you want definition, obviously you want to style smaller. If you want volume, you want to style bigger. So you want to make sure that you know what you're trying to achieve, because then you'll kind of know how you want to style it, or what size your twist should be, what size your braid should be. Flat twist is also going to give you a lot more definition, more stretch than an actual twist out. Twist out will give you volume, but a little bit more, there's more definition in the twist out. And I mean, the flat twist too, but the flat twist is going to give you more of a wave effect and more of a stretched look. So flat twisting is also another great thing too for achieving, that volume, that more bigger hair. I live for flat twist. I'm actually planning on doing that for tomorrow for my wash day, and I'm going to film it so you guys can see how I do a chunky flat twist throughout my hair. I want to see how that's going to look, because I miss some really big hair. If you guys look at the cover photo for this live, like, I looked at that picture and my hair was so big and it was like long, and I'm like, man, if I didn't know any better, some people could look at me and be like, did you cut your hair? And I'm like, no, I didn't. That's just, today's a shrinkage day. So that's one great thing though about natural hair. There's a lot of versatility with it. You can achieve whatever you want, just a matter of knowing the methods to use and the right products to use to achieve what you want to achieve. So let's see. And then obviously, if you are a wash and go person, if you want to achieve more volume, I find that gel, when you want to kind of shy away from heavy gels, you want to use more of a flaxseed gel, or use a mousse. And the reason why I give both of those suggestions is because sometimes some people aren't mousse people, and mousse isn't really going to give you a lot of moisture. So the flaxseed gel is kind of more of a lightweight gel, still giving you the definition, but also going to give you some volume too. So I would suggest either one of the two when it comes to that. And obviously, if you do shingling method, if you do the prayer hands, whatever way, listen, I don't do wash and goes enough to talk about it, but using that method, also a detangling brush, that'll definitely get you the definition that you want along the way if you're doing a wash and go. Also, definition for twist outs or braid outs, how you take them out. I touched on that a little bit. You want to take your time taking your twists out. You do not want to go fast. If you just kind of take it out and do whatever, it's going to frizz immediately. I'll tell you that. So you want to take them out, unravel it little by little, and stretch it a little bit and see where each piece naturally separates. And that's where you want to take it apart and twirl it. So that's going to be important to kind of give you that definition aspect. If you're looking more for volume, then you don't have to worry about, how you take it down. Obviously, there's volume and then there's just frizzy mess. So you still want to take your time taking your styles down, but you don't have to worry about the separating aspect too much if you are going for volume more than definition. Now, if you want a mix of both, then obviously you're going to make sure you really incorporate that twirling with the separating when you want to have volume and definition. Also, very important is documentation. I looked at that picture of my hair and I'm like, what did I use? I don't remember what I used. So I want to show you guys this hair journal that was gifted by someone. And I'm going to make sure I link that in the description too, so you guys can check out her journal. For my brain, I got to write this down. Link hair journal. So I like to make sure you guys get the full aspect of this. So there's this hair journal here, and it's so cute. It's so simple. And it has, this is the cover of it. And inside of here, you basically have each week. It goes by weeks. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. So it says this week on it. And so you have your weekly goal, and then you can have side here with the notes, and then you can put your regimen. So you write down what you use, what styling products, what washing products. That can help you to determine, okay, you know what? I want to achieve the way my hair looked that week. What did I use? Don't depend on your memory, because we are busy people and we just don't remember things just in general. So you can go back to your notes. Or you know what, if you don't want to buy a whole planner, just get yourself a notebook. That's what I pretty much tell all of my students too in the curl education class. Just get you a notebook and write down what you use weekly, because that's going to help you to determine, okay, this product didn't work for me. This was too heavy. This was maybe too light. This was perfect. And so then you can be able to determine too, so you don't become a product junkie. You know what products work for your hair, and so that you can achieve that bomb result every single time. Every single time. So, if you don't want to, you don't have to put your coins out for that. But if you want something that's cute, that's kind of like a planner, then, like I said, I'll link where you can get this planner. But its documentation is so important with your hair care regimen, just period. you have to make sure you write down the things that you use, especially if you just big chopped, if you're just kind of starting your journey again. When I big chopped for the third time, documentation is what helped me so much to get my hair to be this healthy. And just kind of knowing what works for me and what doesn't. And in general, you guys know I have my curl education classes. I've had a few so far that have gone really well. Teresa, if you're still on here, she is one of them. And we had such a great follow-up a couple of days ago. And we were able to just talk about how the techniques have helped her, how her hair has just been able to tell her what it does and doesn't like. And just keeping up with that pace to be able to, see what is going to help her enjoy the journey. I think you should enjoy your hair journey, enjoy your wash days. It's super important to have that. So my fall calendar is open, guys, to book for curl education classes. And it's talking about how you can create a regimen, a schedule that works for you to be able to take care of your hair, however way that you wash it. I would say definitely don't wait past 2 weeks, but we talk more in depth about what day works for you, what products are going to work for your hair, all of that, and we kind of just classify what works best. Now, getting into product aspect, I've been talking about this in the past few of my YouTube lives that I wanted to make basically like a product guide. I know I mentioned it like as an ebook, but it's basically a PDF file that has all my recommended products. So I had already offered to you guys a free one, which was the shampoo one. I kind of jazzed it up so it looked a little bit nicer to look at, but it's basically a PDF file that has a product guide of shampoos, deep conditioner, clays, oils, butters, and basically breaking down the name of the product, the link that you can click on and it takes you there, the key ingredients in each of them, and how those key ingredients have helped my hair and how it can help your hair. Also, when it comes down to the oils and the butters in certain products, how it can work for low porosity and for high porosity. So it's a 20-page PDF file. It's available to purchase on my website, which I will leave in the description. But I want to let you guys know today and tomorrow, I will give you guys a special discount code to get $5 off of the PDF file. It's going to be 4U5 FR. No, can I spell? FORYOU 5. So you get $5 off the PDF. It would be $15 for you guys to have a hard copy for yourself to be able to refer back to. And even if those products aren't something that you grab, you're able to see the concept of what to look for in your products, to know what works for you. How do these ingredients, benefit my hair? It's important to know that, because if you want your hair to flourish, you can't just ignore or just grab whatever looks good on the shelf, So I wanted to have that written for you guys. It's one thing to kind of watch somebody talk about it, but when you have it in front of you, when you're looking on a website and say, you know what, this product is kind of similar to this one, this will work good for me. It's good to have that in your arsenal to be able to look. That's a part of creating that flourishing journey for you, for your natural hair. So I wanted to share that with you guys. That finally I finished it. It took me about a month and a half to kind of put it together. So it's basically like a compilation of the past few lives that I did. When I was reading off of that information, that was a part of the guide that I created. And also just some extras in there, because obviously, as you guys know, I didn't do one about styling products and oils and butters and all that good stuff. So I wanted to be able to put that together, have a little extra for you guys to look forward to. So yes. Thank you, Teresa. Yes, it was a great, awesome class. And it's really just a nice mode to be able to lay back and talk about your hair, because our hair is so much more than just our hair. It's inside of here. It's how we treat ourselves reflects on our hair, how we look. I'll say today I woke up and I was so tired. No, yesterday actually, I woke up really tired and was not feeling good. And me and my mom are starting to exercise and just start to do things to make ourselves feel good. And so I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? I want to keep this momentum. And I got up today, like, you know what? We got the live, got to do my hair, do my makeup. You just feel good. So when you take care of your hair, you take care of you. And it's the inside out kind of a job. So, hi, sissy. How are you feeling? Say hi to my sister. That's my sister, y'all. That's the one I was talking about earlier. Nina, I was talking about how our hair is totally different and how when we want to achieve that volume. Now, you know, my sister can achieve some volume, guys. I think she just, it's a matter of knowing the method. And if you guys saw, there was a boomerang I put on her, that might be on her Instagram page, where I was literally, that's why I said don't do it in a restaurant, but I don't know what possessed me to do that. But she just wanted some volume. And I just was going at her hair like this, and the height was just there. It was just, it came alive. And I'm like, you know what? It's technique, sis. It's technique. So, you know, use your hands, use your tools to achieve that volume. Okay? I promise you. So I'm going to open the floor now. If anybody has questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Let's talk about it. This is definitely the time to do so. So we're on the topic of volume and definition. It could be about anything at this point, hair related, if you have any questions. Oh yeah, you did get the haircut. I can't wait to see how your haircut looks. I can't wait. Ooh, I hope I wasn't supposed to tell nobody, but she didn't cut it all off, guys, but I can't wait to see it. And there's nothing like when you get your hair cleaned up. It just looks great. Yeah, the volume is, oh, it's my life, guys. I love my hair to be big and just wild. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Uh-oh, I don't know what that face is for. um, but anyways, if anybody else doesn't have any other questions, then I'll wrap this up so I don't make it too long for anyone on the replay who wants to watch this. Yeah, sorry. I feel like the emoji with the monkey with the hands over their mouth. Oh, you're not sure you like it? Oh, we'll FaceTime. You know, I haven't seen my sister's face in a minute, so the shrinkage struggle. Ugh, listen, shrinkage is a whole nother topic we could talk about. Shrinkage is just not for me. I mean, ultimately, we know shrinkage means healthy hair, right? But at the same token, it's just, I don't care for it. I just don't. I mean, it's like, okay, great, shrinkage is there. Thank you for letting me know my hair is healthy. Now let's get down to the volume and the bigness and the length. Let's just get that going. So keep it going from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I hope you enjoyed this information. I hope that these tips help you. Again, if you need extended help just on your natural hair journey and just taking care of your hair, please book you a curl education class. Yes, stretching my hair is a huge game changer. I used to just sleep on my hair. And even with a satin bonnet, like, I mean, some people can do that. They can sleep on their hair, get up, shake it, zhuzh it, and keep it going. However, yeah, that doesn't work for me. I feel like the stretching and putting it in ponytails too, I call it piney tails, because I don't pineapple my hair, but it's mini pineapples. So I feel like that helps to also just avoid the knotting and just keep my ends from getting like super smushed. So putting it in the ponytail, stretching the hair, it just helps so much, especially if you have really thick hair too. You don't want that matting effect. It's not cool. Scrunchie suggestion. So I have two different places. There's one brand called MP Tress. I will keep, let's write that down too. I'm going to link the scrunchie brands. They're from Instagram. That's how I found them, but I'll leave their website name. There was another brand that I got these cheetah ones from because I love me some, well, not cheetah, leopard. I forget the name. I will find it and I'll make sure I link it in there, Stephanie, so that you'll be able to find it. And then they also have, MP Tress has bonnets, also Rainstorm bonnets. We've always talked about her for protecting your hair at night. That's super important. And I'll make sure I link that in there too. Do you think volume got easier the longer your hair got? That's a good question, Nina. So, actually, no. The reason why I say that is because I feel as my hair got longer, the hair tends to droop more when your hair is longer, depending on your texture too and density. If you have high density, then if your hair grows out, you might be able to get more volume anyway. But like for me back here, it's softer, so this droops a lot more. So I don't need volume in the bottom really. I really like the volume up in this area, but when my hair was shorter, it sat where it sat the way it needed to be. So I think what's important too is shape. If you shape your hair, then you'll be able to also achieve more volume. The shape of your hair, that's important. Forgot to mention that. Shape achieves volume. How you style your hair. If you do a middle part, you have more volume here. If you do a side part, you might have some more voluminous results on this side. So you also, if you do a side part, you want to go on the side where you have more volume. I have more volume here. So shape is important, and also where you direct your hair, because you might be able to achieve more volume if you do a no part, if you have a middle part, if you have a side part. I feel side parts definitely give you that voluminous vibe. If your hair kind of is just droopy when it's a middle part, bring some hair over to one side. That'll give you some more volume as well. So yeah, I'd have to say, I can't say I got more. I mean, obviously the volume is bigger when my hair is longer, but as it grows out, you want to maintain a shape so that you can maintain the volume too. Because if you just grow your hair out and it has no shape to it, you're not going to get that volume. It's not going to happen. I just started doing that, stretching in small ponytails. Yes, it's a huge difference. Stretching makes, it a lot easier. Now you don't have to worry about disrupting, your hair. It's not going to cause any heat damage or stretch your hair out, to the point of where it damages it. Obviously you want to be careful. But it makes a huge difference in just giving that bigger hair effect. Okay, I feel volume and height is harder the longer my hair is. Yeah, because you even notice that as your hair grows out, even when your hair is shorter, maintaining a shape is huge for volume. If you want volume, you got to have a shape, whether it be a heart shape, a rounded shape. You don't want it to just be straight or kind of growing out where it just doesn't know what to do. Gonna rinse out my conditioner. Okay. So I think that was pretty much it, guys. So I know I was like literally closing it in earlier, but we're really gonna officially close now. I just want to thank every single one of you who are on here watching and who will watch later. Thank you so much for your support, your time, your suggestions. It helps me to help you. So if you haven't already, like this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you are subscribed so that you can get more great information on natural hair and as I share my journey with you guys. And again, as I mentioned before, if you are having trouble with your natural hair journey, not knowing where to start, what to do, please book a curl education class. The link will be in the description so that you guys can be able to do that. And you get a 30-day follow-up so that we follow up with you and see how everything is going. And also, don't forget your $5 off because it's going to be gone tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get your $5 off so you can get the product guide and be able to help you to flourish. So it's been great, guys. Enjoy your Wednesday. Again, thank you so much for watching. I will keep all the information. I will link all the videos so that you can see where I get my scrunchies and also the hair journal and my bonnets. So I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you are tuned in for next week's video. It won't be a live, but it will be a tutorial on this braid out. It's going to be fun. Mama LA is in there too, so it'll be great. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.